What is up, people? It is spring and the statues are blooming, man. They're coming out of the woodworks with everything. This is the Collecting News. I'm George. Welcome to another episode. Now, this is going to be my tidbit segment. It's not really a full-blown Collecting News segment. Really what happened was I woke up this morning and I saw a sick bunch of statues just jump out of nowhere. Actually started with last night with the introduction of Sideshow's Cable. So before I get into any of that, this is not going to be my full-blown Collecting News segment like I usually do. It's just going to be a real quick look at all of the images that just dropped. We got Sideshow in the mix, and we got XM Studios all prepping for the big war this summer between San Diego Comic-Con with Sideshow and all of their releases, and then Singapore Comic-Con in September with XM Studios and all of their releases. So can't wait to show you guys all this, so let's just get to it. First up is Sideshow dropping their Cable statue. Now this is a direct answer to XM Studios Cable, but they're very different statues, obviously. Immediately when this popped up last night, I got tons of messages, everybody asking me, what do you think? Which one do you like better? If you had to go after one, which one would you go after? Honestly, I think they're very different looks for Cable. Sideshow's being the more comic accurate version, while XM Studios has that more realistic appeal to it. Things I like about the XM Studio statue one was always that you have the switch out arms. It looks really cool, looks very realistic. It's just a different look for him. But the Sideshow one looks badass in my opinion. Very comic accurate, like I stated before. You got those yellow and blue colors going on like you have in the comic, as well as that cloak, which I like. Nice flowing around him and everything, looks really good. The arm, as you could tell, is just like in the comics. It has the lines instead of the more, mechanical look that XM Studios dropped. I like that he's holding the big ass guns. I like his portrait. He looks very much like he does in the comic. I'm just enjoying the way this thing looks all around. And then you see in the background there that like teleportation thing, and Deadpool kind of sticking his hand out there to drop a little doll, which I think is hilarious. So I hope that's part of the statue and not just something that they're showing here for promotional purposes. But I'm really looking forward to seeing what this thing looks like in total. We're going to probably get the preview for this on April 13th. April 10th. It drops on April 11th. So can't wait to see this next week. This will definitely be on Collecting News next week. All right, and next up is XM Studios dropping more bombs on us this week, as they haven't already done enough with Colossus, Sabertooth, and Magik. Now we're getting a look at Ultron. This is part of their 1/4 scale line from Marvel. This thing looks badass. He comes with 3 arms, not 1, not 2, but 3 arms. He's pretty much got a kickstand of his own. I dig it. I like how the metallic look about him is. The mechanics about it look functional. The base is kind of simple there. There's not really much going on. Overall, I think it's probably one of their more simple statues that I've seen that they've done. It's nothing real crazy in terms of composition. He's kind of just looking at his hand, kind of like marveling in his own magnificence, in my opinion, the way he looks there. Very comic accurate in the face, so I think that's cool as well. Again, overall, not my favorite piece that I've seen this week from XM Studios, but it's still a pretty dope piece. I think it lines up very well with their Iron Man statue that they came out with before, the classic look for Iron Man. I think both those would look good together side by side. It's a nice companion piece for him. So let me know what you guys think about this one in the comments. All right, and then they dropped their Rockstar. This is Lobo on the motorcycle with Dog. We've been seeing a lot of posts from the XM team about this one, showing all of the pieces as they went together and were being made. And now we're finally getting to see it in its full glory. And this thing looks pretty dope. I love how wild this piece looks. It's 1/6 scale line, so this is gonna line up with all of their other DC 1/6 scale pieces. So I think that with the motorcycle, it's definitely a nice size for it. Now, I've seen other companies do the Lobo on motorcycle, and I think the other one is pretty good as well, but I think this one is a little more simplistic, so it'd be much easier to display, and I really like the colors that they have on this. You have those greens and skulls there at the bottom. I like the blues on the engine from the motorcycle. The colors on him himself look really good. There's less going around the base, which makes it easier to hone in on the subject, which is Lobo, and I think that's awesome. And I think he looks really cool. I like that he's got the cigar in his mouth. I love how Dog looks. He's like, listen, he's having a great time there on the side of the motorcycle. It's great. He's got that one gun up in the air. Yeah, I think they did a great job on this one. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing this one. We should get the chance to see this probably at New York Comic-Con when they arrive there. So definitely looking forward to seeing this. Let me know what you guys think about Lobo. Was this all what you expected from XM Studios, or did you want to see something different? I know I heard a lot of mixed reviews of Sideshow's Lobo, but I think this one here really captures the comic in my opinion. So really nice looking piece in my opinion. Alright, and that's it for the brand new stuff, but XM Studios also gave us more pictures of Colossus, Magik, and Sabertooth. So let's run down them and see what they gave us. So we have much more close-ups now of Colossus. He's looking, like I stated before, really cool. I love the base on this one. It's not overly huge, but there's a lot going on in it. He's fighting what looks to be a Sentinel. He's already destroyed one, actually. And he's about to throw what looks like their chest piece or arc reactor or some kind of gear or something. But he's about to whip it at whatever his next enemy is. And I like all of the damage that they threw into it. I love the metallic color that they chose for the metal areas on his legs. The look of the suit got a very classic X-Men appeal to it, so I think that's really cool. I like the texture work that they've thrown in on the suit itself, so it has nice contrast against the metallic areas. You know, you can see that there's like battle damage on the suit. There's also texture going on in the yellow and some texture going on in the gauntlets and in the legs. So really cool. The base has that brick facade going on in the back, which is nice also. So it looks like he just got hit through a wall or he was fighting through a building. And I think that the portrait looks very accurate to the comic. So really cool stuff that they did here with Colossus. All right, and then there's Magik, and here's some close-ups of her portrait. She's looking very cute, very pretty. Like stated in the last video, she's got a nice sassy walk about her. There are some things now that we've zoomed in that I didn't get to see in the previous images that I thought were kind of cool. You can see where she sliced off some of the fingers, some of the digits on the Sentinel hand. So you can see the exposed wiring and mechanics of the fingers. So I think that's kind of neat the way they did that. Also, there's much more battle damage than I expected to see on the hand itself. You can see scratches, dents, and things like that on that. I like the color choices that they have here. As you can see, that going down the leg, you know, they have more variation in color. And I think that's really cool. I think that's a good plus that they've added into that. Gives it more depth of color, in my opinion. I love the hair flow about her. And I just like this piece overall. I know this one's gotten a lot of positive reviews from many of the fans, mostly because we don't ever get to see a Magik statue, so I think that's cool that they're bringing her into the fold. And then also because, you know, a lot of people want to get her. So so I just think that it's a really nice addition. They did great stuff on it. I love the stitching on the leather. Everything about this piece is singing to me. So really cool work, really good job. All right, and lastly, we got even more Sabertooth. I know you guys can't get enough of this one. This piece is sick. I liked it from the moment that I saw it. Now that I get more close-ups of it, I still love it. Love the portrait on him. He looks real feral, angry. You know, he looks like he's lunging forward, about to attack. I like the way the fingers are there with the claws and everything. He's just, whatever he grabs, you know, he's gonna kill. The gears and the X that's there in the base, you know, it makes me feel that we're fighting either like in the danger room or he's, you know, fighting between Sentinels or something like that. You know, it's possibly in the X Mansion. So I like the way that looks. You know, and it looks really cool. So now we're getting to see some turnarounds of him. You could see him from the back. We didn't have these images before. So now you can see that they have the sculpting in the boots, which looks cool. The suit has texture work. You can see that there's a variation in texture between the brown areas on the suit and then on the yellow. It looks like the brown has a little more texture than the yellow does. Really cool look to it all the way around. I think they just did a great job. Gears and everything look really good. Yeah, I think this one is a winner. I absolutely think I'm going to end up getting this one. It looks really cool. I think it's going to line up very well with my Sideshow Wolverine. Or even the XM Studios Wolverine, the brown suit one, I think would look really cool with this one as well. So really nice piece. All right, and that's it for this shorter collecting news segment. Let me know what you guys thought about what I lined up for you here. Which one are you guys going to be getting? Which is your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. You guys like that cable? Which cable would you get? The Sideshow Cable, or would you go hunting the XM Studios Cable? Let me know in the comments. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new here, hit subscribe. Ding that bell to become part of the notification squad. You can catch more of our episodes on mcecentral.com. I'm going to be coming back at you with another collecting news episode on its regular day. That's Wednesday night. So stay tuned for that. Until next time, keep it marvelous.